Hafa day, everyone, and welcome to PDN's Convos with the Candidates. I'm Nestor Lecanto, and on this segment, we have William Bill Payne and David Crisostomo, who are candidates for the 38th Guam Legislature. And we're going to start off with Bill, if you could introduce yourself.
I'm Bill Payne. I'm a retired federal employee of 32 years from the federal government, U.S. Naval Ship Repair Facility. I make my home. I was born and raised here in Guam. I'm a Chamorro, Chamorro. Titoto Sanizungo, Tistranyo, Chamorro. And I'm running for the 38th Guam Legislature, and I'm asking for everybody's help and support to make it so I can make a change, make a difference. And hope you provide me that help. And it's number 12 on the Republican ballot. Start from the bottom up. Thank you.
All right, Dave.
Okay, happy day. My name is David W. Crisostomo. I was born here on the island of Guam, raised in the southern part of the island in Ipan Talafoco. I am currently a small business owner on island. I'm also a U.S. veteran. I did 10 years active duty in the United States Navy. Number 8 on the Democrat side of the ballot. My goal for if I do get elected is to move legislation that matters to the people of islands, well-being, and thank you so much. Buenas, Chamorros, and all the citizen of Guam. Thank you.
All right. Let me start off with you, Bill. The question is, what would be the top issue that you would address should you make it into the next legislature, and specifically, how would you resolve that?
Right now, the main concern that's out there on the streets is the hospital. Our people need a place to go to, be helped when they're sick, and take care of their needs. Building an hospital, true, is the goal to achieve. That's down the road in another 6-7 years. It's going to take time. But please fix the hospital. Our people are dying, and they need to be treated the right way. They cannot just keep flying off island. Our poor people cannot afford it. The rich, the millionaires can do it, but not the poor people. And fixing it is of priority. We need competent people to do it. Secondly, I would like to see the Department of Education regroup.
We'll get into your second issue, but let me just talk a little bit more. Ask you to talk a little bit more about how you would fix the hospital. What's your plan to do that?
My plan to do that is put the proper management team on board. We gotta have the experts that can run a hospital run it. In all due respect with the staff they have, I feel that the level of competence is not there. Especially with the workers. You need to hire trained, experienced workers, not hire them and hope to God that they be trained and they can perform. We need to maintain the hospital. That's why it's in such disarray. You need to have the proper training, provide them the proper equipment, fix the what's failing, and fix the building itself. It's a disaster on the roof, and it'll get better. We need to have our patient care ready for any emergency for all the island people, especially the poor. Okay? Thank you.
All right. And Dave, what would be the top issue that you'd address if you were to make it into the next legislature?
You know what? That's a very good question. I pretty much echo what Bill is saying. That's a very big concern, is actually doing, not saying, building the hospital. There's so many ways and actually approach, and again, I echo his statement. We do need professionals, okay, managing this program. Okay, we cannot be like throwing files on the wall, hoping it sticks, okay, because that doesn't work. And in reality, it does not take a rocket scientist. And my goal is to build a new hospital, a state-of-the-art hospital, whether in Tamuning, Baragata, you know what, even Cocos Island will work. Just build the hospital.
So it doesn't matter to you what the location is because
No, not, I just threw in Cocos Island. It's just having a hospital,
Yeah.
okay? Because you know what? We are really like not servicing the people of Guam. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I hear a lot of echoing again among the people. They come up to me and they state that, and I say, I completely understand.
Yeah. All right, Bill, a second issue that you would want to address should you make it into the legislature.
The Department of Education needs to be revamped, needs a complete overhaul. We got to base the success on the Department of Education. At the end of the year, every year the children in school should take the tests and see where we stand. That's how you grade your mark. Make your marks and grade them. What you need to improve on and what you need to eliminate. Right now, we have a lot of charter schools. We have a lot of public schools. What's happening is the charter schools are draining the public schools. That's why you're seeing schools enrollment down. Which one do you prefer? Secondly, we have certified teachers that's required by the federal government and DOE, but for the charter schools, you don't have to certify the teachers. So where are we headed? Is there a compromise down the road? Where does the road meet? We need to have and be successful in educating our people of Guam, our students, bring them up to the level where they can compete on the highest level possible.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest problem with the GDOE of all the other challenges that the department faces? Is it maintenance and repair facilities? Is it teachers? Is it what do you think is the key there to getting it back into some better shape?
They will always have problems recruiting teachers because teachers have a tendency to seek better employment, higher pay. Like Dodea offers more pay, so eventually they will want to get into that pay system that Dodea has. But the maintenance problem is a big problem. We should reevaluate. Please hire the right people. Hire the experienced one. Do not qualify them and then say, okay, you're hired. And they don't perform. You got to set performance standards. At the start of the year, you have to set what's the requirements for a manager to meet. Give him his goals. Then you can give him a pay raise and have him qualify to be promoted and advance. But if he doesn't perform, you need to do something. Train him. Give him the tools. Help him up. Do not step on him or eliminate him or get rid of him. But the process is once you get fully trained and you're very competent, in DOE, you get hired at GCC, Guam Memorial, or another government agency. They're self-competing among themselves. And we got to get the right people in, train them, and give them the right tools to perform, and they will perform and hold them to their performance standards.
All right.
Thank you.
Dave, a second issue that you would tackle.
I actually have this concern about the first responders. Yes, I see that maybe they're giving them more benefits or whatever, but in reality, it is not enough. That's why like first responders will be walking away from their jobs. They're not even getting paid enough. I mean, you can see it every day what they go through. They put their lives on the line to protect us. I could completely understand that because I am a veteran. They do a lot of sacrifice, and I like to see them actually their pay increase a little bit more because for what they do does not justify, their pay. Likewise, some of their benefits, like their life benefits, I believe that they should have the government paying for their life insurance in case they don't go home. Where they're gonna get let's say you have a spouse, and they're trying to figure out how to bury their loved one. Just small things like that. And the reason why I say this is because I was a command career counselor when I was in the United States Navy. I was actually had to handle the retention program. So, there's so many things that we can do just to make the first responder as an attractive position. And if we make it very attractive, and we have to make it very competitive also, among the hirees. And we will get very, very good people, and also you pay them more, they get more dedicated.
All right.
Thank you.
We got to take a quick break, and we will be back with legislative candidates David Crisostomo and William Bill Payne right after this. Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with legislative candidates William Bill Payne and David Crisostomo. I think we left off with Dave before the break, so back to you, Bill. A third issue that you'd like to tackle, should you make it into the 38th Guam legislature?
Well, the crime situation on Guam, it goes back and forth, and it's a steady incline. And the drug problem, especially the worst. We need better police training, better police recruitment. And when I say police, I mean the Guam police. Everybody's on the same level now. I don't know what happened to the police commissioner, the police commission. Airport, port, the real police department, park police, they're all on the same level now. That's why you have these guys disgruntled. Who does more of the work should get the better, higher pay. The level of expertise, you need to bring trainers in. Ask the Department of Justice to help you. Bring people in so we could train our detectives, our inspectors, our investigators. My house was robbed. Even up to now, already 2 years, no report back. I mean, what are we doing? Are we paper shufflers? Are we enforcers? Or are we out there to protect the community? We need to improve our police system. And secondly, I would wholeheartedly support the election of a police chief or whatever you call it, police commissioner. If we can't elect our attorney general, why can't we elect our police commissioner? They don't even know who the police chief is at times. I don't know what's happening, whether it's just personal differences or what. But the people are not blind. They see what's going on. We need to be one enforcement unit going forward and everybody cooperating, not everybody branching out and think they're better than the other. The people need the protection. That's your obligation. Perform to the mandate. Please, that's all the people are asking. Perform for what you are paid for. And we're happy. I'm happy. But it needs vast improvement, and the drug situation, it is terrible. We haven't caught the real drug dealers and financiers on the island. It's a lot of secrets going on, but it's there, and a lot of self-protection. So we need the Department of Justice help to stop the wave of the drugs coming into the island. Thank you.
Yeah, if I could follow up on that, how big of an impact do you think the drug crisis has had on, law and order here and the safety of the public?
Well, to me, you cannot measure the real impact. It's when the results or the incidents that happen, I am so afraid of the fentanyl drug and the young kids. That's my biggest fear. That's the newest drug, and it's a new... what you call a designer drug, and the kids are going to experiment. Keep it away. We got to stop it from flowing in, and we got to find the proper equipment, proper X-ray machines to X-ray even the airplane if they have to. But the drugs are not stopping from coming in, and something's going on, and they better find out because it's not being stopped, or they cannot find the means to stop it. All right, and it's going to be bad for the young kids. The adults, they're on high on marijuana right now because they're free to use it. And that's another thing, You want to experiment, you want to try something bigger, starts from alcohol to marijuana to meth, and then they hit fentanyl. We need to do something. We need to have good, proper training done and detection to save our young population.
All right, let me move to Dave. You've got a third issue that you want to
Yeah, but I just want to state this, that, I really echo what Bill just said. It's totally true. But anyways, let's go about the school. the way the school was not open on time. Not putting any blame game. I just believe that there was pretty much poor planning in the process. I believe that we are in an unsatisfactory, let's just put it on the table. It's an unsatisfactory position, and we're really cheating our kids. There's so many ways that could have been prevented, and it's called consistent preventative maintenance. I have experience on that. I've been on board the ship, and actually it's a pretty large ship. It's an aircraft carrier. We can't find ourselves, like what we call dead in the water. That means it's non-functional. Okay, I believe that if I get elected, I will pursue that area, ensuring from top management right on down to to the maintenance worker, and we all have to get we have to hold them accountable. Okay, we have to find out where we missed the boat, where they have the misstep. It's an easy process to fix. Okay, and I see that actually I appreciate like the administration going out, doing damage controls. What we call damage control is called patchwork. Okay, and I have a very big concern because people are talking about that a lot because they feel like their kids are not getting the adequate education.
All right. We've got a couple of minutes left, but real quickly, if I could just get your comments about the state of the legislative process. You're both newcomers. Yes. So if you were to get in, how would you try and help ensure that maybe the senators got along a little bit better in 30 seconds?
First of all, I am not a businessman. I'm not sponsored. I'm a citizen of Guam, born and raised there, Chamorro. If I get into the legislature, I will do my job diligently, and I would honor my principles and morals, and I will encourage the fellow senators, if elected, to do the same, work for the good for the people of Guam, not work for special interests, not work for what our governor says or wants to do, but we must work together in the end for the good of the people. We must be a good bipartisan body of legislatures. Forget the politics when you get elected. Think of the people. Thank you.
Dave, real quickly, 30 seconds. What do you think would be a good way to get the legislature to come together better?
Okay, as a young man, I grew up with a lot of leadership. Okay, basically, it's a very easy formula. Okay, we all need to communicate. We all need to talk. We all need to hear each other out. Okay, and we all need to be one body. And let's not all forget, whoever gets elected, okay, we're not elected in there for ourselves. We are elected for the people of Guam, to fix Guam. And like I said, I'm going to say this again, okay, I'm running not to marry people or to name street. I'm running to to push legislation that will impact the people of Guam and for the right reasons only. Thank you.
We got a couple of minutes left. A minute for you, Bill, to give your closing remarks. Look right into the camera and tell the people of Guam why they should vote for you.
Well, I'm a father, grandfather, and a great-grandfather. I'm worried and concerned for the future of our kids. Our future in Guam is in jeopardy. 5, 10 years from now, you'll be wondering who the next governance that we're going to be exercising on. What kind of type of population do we have? We have a very mixed culture. We got to be careful as we go along. We got to protect what we have, protect our resources, and do the best to keep our island and our people safe so that they can live a long life and have something left for our future generations to enjoy. I'm Bill Payne. I'm number 12 on the Republican ballot, and please start from number 14 up. Thank you.
Dave Crisostomo, your closing argument.
Anyways, yeah, thank you again for having us, actually, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, if I do get elected, I can rest assure you, I will push the limits to, to get things done for the people of Guam. I'm in it for everyone. I'm in it to work with both sides of the parties. I'm in it and actually demanding probably, like my colleagues, hey, let's all work together, okay? We can't be sitting ducks, not moving anything, sitting on idle, because you know what? It's just a waste of time. Again, let me just in closing, thank you so much again. I'm David W. Crisostomo, Democrat, number 8 ball. Please vote for me, and I appreciate it. And I can rest assure you, I will make the difference. Your vote does matter.
All right. David Crisostomo, William Payne, I'm Nestor Lecanto. Thank you for watching PDN's Convos with the Candidates. We'll see you again next time.